Good day and welcome everyone to Adventures Through the Unknown. I'm your host Angel, and today I'll be talking about a few financial tips and tricks. Whether you want to save a little extra money or work your way toward achieving your financial goals, I'll be discussing that and much more on today's episode of Adventures Through the Unknown. The first tip I want to go over is probably the most important step in reaching your financial goals, which is to save. I know what it's like when that paycheck hits your bank account, and the first thing you want to do is go out and spend it on whatever comes to mind. Maybe new clothes, a new game for your console, or you want to order some pizza or Chinese food. But after a while, these small things, they start to add up, and you'll quickly see your bank account work its way down to zero. Then you're right back where you started, waiting on that next paycheck to hit. I'm not saying you should never treat yourself and don't go out and buy that new thing you've had your eye on. I'm saying you should do so sparingly if you want to get serious about making your financial goals a reality. So again, save. What I do when I get paid is I put everything into my savings account except for $300, and I try to make that last me until my next paycheck. Which brings me to my next topic I want to discuss, which is to create a budget. Creating a budget is a great way to track how much you're spending on things such as bills, groceries, car insurance, or entertainment, and to make sure you're not spending too much on one category. A great tip for budgeting is the 50-30-20 rule, which is to use 50% of your paycheck on the necessities, such as rent, car payments, or utilities, and to spend 30% of your paycheck on the things that you want, like going out to eat, buying new clothes, or buying a new game for your console. And then to put 20% of your paycheck into your savings account. It doesn't have to be exactly the 50-30-20 rule, but make a budget that works best for you. Another good tip is to set financial goals for yourself. Whether you want to put a down payment on a house or a new car, or pay off a debt, or you just want to build an emergency fund. Setting a goal can really help to achieve that. Start by giving yourself a deadline for how much money you want to save by a certain time. For example, I want to save X amount of money in a month, a year, or 5 years. Whatever the case, it's important that you stay motivated and focused on reaching your financial goals. Something else that might help you out, and I will admit that I follow this rule myself, is to not be afraid to shop around for deals or try to get a discount on whatever it is you might be buying. Don't think of it as being cheap, but more so being smart with your finances. Anytime I go out shopping or buy something online, I compare the prices of different items to make sure I'm getting the most out of my money for the best products. I can't stress this enough. It's okay to save $1 by going with the cheaper option. Just make sure whatever you buy is safe, reliable, and will get the job done. And the last thing I want to talk about is not only should you invest in your savings, but you should invest in yourself as well. What I mean by that is to try and educate yourself by taking courses that can help you get a better job or open up new opportunities in your current job that allow you to make more money so you can better support your financial goals. In order to move on to better jobs in the future, you first got to make yourself desirable. You got to give your employer a reason why they need to hire you. And you can do that by becoming qualified in different subjects such as technical skills about the job you want, communication skills, and most importantly, leadership skills. Learning these qualities would make any employer want to hire you in an instant. And on that note, this brings us to the end of this episode of Adventures Through the Unknown. This was a really informative episode to discuss with you all, and I hope you learned at least one thing that'll help you in the right direction to achieve the financial freedom that you want. I'll see you next time on Adventures Through the Unknown.